Hello, friends. Today we are going to talk about the children still sing. So let's begin. A young couple buys an old home at a low price because it has been abandoned for so long and everyone believes it's haunted. They plan to renovate it and make it their dream home. But soon after moving in, they begin experiencing strange phenomena. They find out that the previous owner was driven insane by the spirits haunting him, and now he has gone missing. The young woman becomes pregnant, and the hauntings only get worse. The final straw comes when the baby is born and the ghosts try to take her. Are they able to escape with their lives? What will they do now? Let's find out. I have recently moved into an old house. It's beautiful and a real bargain, but the previous owner went missing, and since nobody wanted to buy the house, it sat empty for 10 years. I think my husband and I got it for a song because of all the stories about it being haunted. People in the area tell scary stories of those who had tried to live there before us. Some say the place is cursed, and some say those who dare stay in the house never come back. I just hope these people were wrong. My husband and I always wanted an old home. So when we saw the listing for this one, we put in an offer immediately. The owner accepted right away. We didn't even need to haggle. My husband and I are both artists, and we want to restore the house to its former glory. It's a Victorian that needs a lot of work, but we're up to the task. We'll have a place that's all our own, a true masterpiece. All that for the low price of $200,000. Who could say no to that? The house has 7 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. There's also an attic and a basement. The owner said she had the place inspected, and we believe her when she tells us there's nothing wrong with the house. The only problem, according to her, was a broken water pipe that had flooded the basement at some point. She had the city come and cap off the street side of the pipe, so we don't have to worry about flooding. She even gave us a list of contractors who could fix the inside of the pipe for us. When we first walked into the house, it was love at first sight. The wallpaper was peeling off the walls, but I could see beyond that. I could see new life breathed into every room. I took a quick look around and then signed the papers. We couldn't wait to move in. The first day we spent here was pretty uneventful. The second night was when things got interesting. I woke up to what sounded like screaming in the middle of the night. My husband and I looked at each other, and then, at the door, we started to laugh. Of course, it was just a dream, but when it happened again the next night, we were a little less amused. We could hear footsteps pacing back and forth in the hallway just outside our bedroom. Then we would hear a blood-curdling scream and then silence. I told my husband we should check out the noise, but he said no way. He insisted it was probably just animals or something. I wasn't convinced, but I didn't want to argue, so I went back to sleep. Every night we heard the same sounds. Footsteps, screams, silence. Then one night we heard footsteps in our room. They were slow and dragging. We heard them stop right next to our bed. I buried my face in my pillow and squeezed my eyes shut. I could feel the mattress dip next to me, but I didn't dare look over. When the footsteps started again, my husband and I ran out of the room. We didn't care anymore. We were leaving. We threw all of our stuff into boxes and drove straight to a hotel. The next morning, we came back to the house with a priest. When he blessed the room, he told us the house was filled with negative energy. He suggested we call an expert in paranormal activity. My husband said we weren't paying someone to come tell us there were ghosts in our house. He told the priest to leave. I think my husband was scared, but he didn't want to admit it. After the priest left, we went back to living in the hotel. One night I woke up in the middle of the night and felt a cold hand on my shoulder. I screamed and my husband held me close. He said it was okay, but I knew he was just as scared as I was. 1 week later, I told my husband we had to go back. He agreed. We went back to the house and called a paranormal investigator. A woman named Dolores came to the house with all kinds of equipment. She told us not to be scared. She said she would help us get rid of whatever was haunting our house. After she finished her investigation, she told us that we were dealing with at least 3 spirits that were causing problems. She said that one spirit seemed to be stuck in our bedroom. She said that whenever a couple stayed in that room, the spirit would make them fight. She said that another spirit made regular appearances in the hallway, and she said the 3rd spirit showed up in the basement. Dolores set up cameras in every room. She used special audio equipment to communicate with the spirits, and she placed salt circles in strategic places throughout the house. She told us that the salt would keep the spirits away. She also gave us some sage and told us to burn it whenever we sensed a presence. That night, we went back to the house. I was too afraid to sleep in my own bed, so I slept in the guest room. My husband went back to his room alone. In the middle of the night, I heard screams from the hallway. I got up and started to walk toward the noise. As I approached the sound, it grew louder. I finally reached my husband's room and knocked on the door. I heard him yell, "Go away." Then I heard a blood-curdling scream followed by silence. In the morning, I asked my husband if he had seen or heard anything. He said, "No, nothing." Why? I told him what I had experienced, and he didn't believe me. I started crying, and he hugged me and told me everything was going to be fine. I knew he didn't really believe me, but I couldn't make him. We waited for Dolores to come back and review the footage. She told us that my husband and I weren't the only ones in the house. Now, not only did we have 3 spirits on our hands, but a 4th one had joined us. This meant that 4 ghosts were haunting our house. She told us that the spirits were trying to tell us something. She said they wanted us to find something. She brought in a medium who told us that a young girl had died in the house. She said that the girl was looking for her brother. She said that the boy had been taken from her and that she wanted us to find him. The medium told us that the brother was most likely buried somewhere on the property. We had the yard investigated, but we never found any bones or anything else. The medium told us to dig up the basement floor, so we had that done too. We never found anything. The ghost continued to plague us, and my husband became more and more upset. He started drinking heavily. He became violent and abusive. He didn't know what he was doing, but I was certain he would hurt me if I didn't get away. The next day, I packed my things and left him. I've been staying with a friend ever since. I don't know what to do. I miss my house, but I can't go back. Not only am I afraid of the spirits, but I'm also afraid of my husband. Now comes the scariest part. I'm pregnant. Yes, I'm carrying my husband's child, but lately I've been seeing shadows everywhere. I'm constantly feeling cold spots, and I keep hearing footsteps in the hallway. I haven't told my husband about the baby yet. I'm afraid he'll hurt me. I dreamed about the house last night. In my dream, I was walking down the hallway when I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around to look, but there was no one there. Then I turned back around and saw a little girl standing in front of me. The girl looked to be about 8 years old. She was wearing a nightgown and she had a sad expression on her face. She started to cry and then she vanished. Today I found out I'm having a baby girl. I don't know what to do. If I tell my husband about the baby, he might hurt me. If I keep it a secret, how will I get away from him? Will the spirits harm my unborn child? I don't know what to do. Please help me. What do you think? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos.